Hi, my name is Kristin, and this is my presentation on the effects of leadership styles and organizational politics on performance appraisals and job satisfaction. The work conflict I'm going to be discussing is favoritism in the workplace. I previously worked at a gym daycare where I had two coworkers competing for the same supervising role. One coworker had worked there for 3 years already, and they had very high performance ratings. The other coworker was nearly a new hire. The new hire coworker was the one that was promoted into the supervising role. Unfortunately, this led to a decrease in morale and job satisfaction and an increase in absenteeism and job turnover for the coworker that had been there for 3 years. The main focus of this presentation is on organizational politics and performance appraisals, though leadership styles, types of influences, and power bases affect both key concepts. Leadership is the ability to direct a group of individuals toward a common goal. Influence is the ability to convince others to follow using social forces. Power is the ability to convince others to follow using one's authority. Organizational politics is the ability to influence group dynamics through self-serving means. And performance appraisals are the assessment of an employee's performance on objective and subjective criteria. I have also included examples for each key concept on this slide. Due to time constraints, I won't be going over the details of this slide. However, this is an analysis of different leadership styles, types of influence, power bases, and organizational politic tactics of each supervising candidate and the hiring manager. According to the contingency theories of leadership, the organization's work situation should be analyzed to know which type of supervisor is the best choice. This organization has average leader-member relations, structured tasks, and position power, which means a relationship-oriented leader is the best choice. This may be why the new hire was chosen, because they usually have a relationship-oriented leadership style. The new hire and the manager also had similar leadership styles, types of influence, power bases, and political tactics, while the coworker that had worked there for 3 years had different ones. Gender roles and stereotypes may have also played a role in hiring a female over a male for the supervising position, as it was a child care department position. For my journal article that I have chosen, it is a correlational study on how appraisees perceive appraisal politics, also known as APAP. Appraisal politics are defined as manipulative actions by both appraisers and appraisees to influence performance ratings for self-serving goals. They study 3 dimensions of appraisal politics. That is the appraiser's manipulation, which is self-serving behaviors by appraisers, coworker influence, which is upward influence behaviors among appraisees to secure favorable ratings, and outcome decisions, which is when pay and promotion decisions may be politically driven rather than performance-based. The criterion is appraisal politics perceptions, and the proposed solutions or the predictors are structural variables, which would be relevant criteria, and appraiser accountability, process variables, which is downward communication and voice and appraisal process, and contextual variables, which is appraiser-appraisee relationship quality. The method of this study is that the data was collected using questionnaires and studies and surveys across 6 organizations in India. The analysis techniques include multivariate analysis, structural equation modeling, and hierarchical regression. The results were that effective downward communication and strong appraiser-appraisee relationships had the most significant negative correlational values with appraisal politics perceptions. Though some other predictors, such as appraiser accountability and criteria relevance, had a negative correlation as well, it wasn't as significant as the previously mentioned predictors. Sample and culture bias may exist in this study from only assessing organizations in India, and self-report bias may exist in this study because they had used surveys and questionnaires to collect the data. In conclusion, organizations should focus the most on increasing downward communication and ensuring strong appraisee-appraiser relationships to improve appraisal politics perceptions. The work conflict solutions that I have proposed are to clarify appraisal criteria and the appraisal process, and to reward performance instead of political tactics, while also creating an ethical climate and also allowing for open communication. Thank you for listening to my industrial organizational psychology presentation.